Welcome back. In this episode, we're going to be going over 5 mistakes that I made as a beginner guitarist that hopefully you can learn from. My biggest mistake was playing the same songs over and over again. As a beginner guitarist, you learn one song and you want to play it over and over again until you can master it. And that's all good, except, however, when you play the same chords over and over again, you get stuck in a bit of a rut. My advice for that is following a guitarist. You learn all their songs, you can follow their techniques. For me, that was John Frusciante. He's from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I learned a lot from him. One of the major things that I learned from him is that he uses upper chords, such as the D, the G, and the B string, to phrase chords differently. Instead of using your open bass chords or your natural bar chords, he's able to use different high-pitched chords to get a different feel for the guitar. He has Flea on the bass to hit the low notes, while he hits the high notes. My second move that I made as a beginner guitarist was worrying about what kind of gear I had, whether it was a pick, a guitar, an amp, cables, or what have you. It's really not important what kind of gear you have. Yes, you all want to have the nicest guitar and the best amp to sound the coolest. However, it's not what you have, it's more of what kind of skills that you have. If you're able to shred awesomely with a ton of distortion on a really very expensive amp, it's going to sound good. However, if you have a nice amp that sounds clean and you're able to shred very cleanly on that, it's much more impressive to the ear. The third advice is playing alone. As a beginner guitarist, I was a little shy and a little hesitant to go out and explore myself with other guitarists. In bands, I could see other kids having a bunch of fun on stage, and they would have a lot of people to collaborate with. However, I'm just stuck in my room trying to learn the same songs over and over and over again. I highly recommend going out there and finding new people to play the instrument with you, whether that would be guitarist and bassist, or as a whole band. This allows you to do a few things. One, it focuses on your timing. When you play alone or you play along with a record, you sometimes get caught up in the same motions and you can play a little bit faster. I used to do that with Back in Black. I would play that song over and over again, and then you just get super fast at it. However, that's not how the record plays, and if I were to play with another guitarist or a bassist on that song, I would sound a little out of timing. My fourth thing that I would like to give to you is recording yourself quite a lot. It's great when you can listen to yourself, but if you record yourself, you can really point out the flaws that you have. If you make a downstroke instead of an upstroke, if you hit a chord too hard or too soft. It's really nice to download free software. Audacity is one of my favorites to download for free. It's easy to use, and it works with almost any microphone that you can have. The microphone that I currently have is a Shure microphone M57. It's hooked up to an audio interface, which is plugged into my computer. I'll make a later video about my gear, but for the meantime, all you need to know is that Audacity is one of the best free softwares that you can have out there. The final thing that I would like to share with you is that you don't need too much distortion to sound awesome. If I put on my distortion and my overdrive at the same time, it sounds really cool. When you play like that, you don't get to hear the individual notes. When I just have an overdrive on, or if you're playing with a clean tone, you're able to hear yourself play, and you can hear the mistakes that you can make along the way. You don't want to play and have a bunch of mistakes. No one wants that. However, if you're able to point out your mistakes while you're playing, you're going to be a better guitarist. Those are just 5 quick tips from me to you. Rock on.